So best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now, I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you hit, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll episode number 54. I'm still waiting for that, that number. But anyways, I'm here with my guy. There it is. I was waiting for someone to say that. I'm here with Next Shift Randy, Coach Ed, Blaze Radio, and Rios from Just Fans Podcast, who just hit 400 subscribers. So congratulations.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Good stuff.
Yeah. How's everyone doing?
Just got my first workout at the end of the year. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
There you go. Yeah, my Sixers got the win last night. Joel Embiid with the triple-double in the first three quarters. So
you're the new owner, huh? I didn't know you bought ownership. You're Sixers.
Oh,
it can't be anybody else. It's just yours.
Yours, okay. All right, how you doing, Coach?
I'm good, man. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to everyone. How's everyone else feeling?
Doing good, man. Doing good. New Year's starting off strong. And let's just get it started, Coach and Randy, with the trade from the Raptors to the Knicks. So the Raptors got RJ Barrett, Princess Achua, and a second-round pick for OG. And then OG goes to the Knicks.
It was Malachi Flynn, Precious Achua, OG Anunoby to the Knicks, and then it was RJ Barrett, Quigley, and Detroit's second-round pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that will end up in the first round, probably. Yeah.
No, it's a second round. It's a second rounder.
It's a second round. It's a second rounder. It's not the first, but it's a second rounder.
Yeah, because people are saying how bad they are, that it's like might as well be another first-round pick. So
yeah, but when you do the contract is not guaranteed. So That's how
It's a lot
that's
cheaper.
how the NBA. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. The player could possibly be a low end first rounder. So,
Not bad.
So, Coach, how do you like the trade? How do you like OG for your Knicks?
I mean, well, first of all, he's a defensive minded player, so you know that fits what Tibbs wants to do. He doesn't have to have the ball to score points, as opposed to R.J. Barrett. Always rotating between him, Julius, and Brunson. So OG will move around, play good defense. He can actually guard 1 through 5. He opens up the lane, so he's a good addition. Ochoa, I'm trying to get a feel for him, but he's like a backup 4 or 5. So, and the Knicks are down. Of course, with the trade of Obi earlier at the beginning of the season. So you have that, and then with Mitchell Robinson and Jericho Sims, down with injuries, you have backup, 4 or 5 combinations. So, I've heard some good things. And Malachi Flynn, I mean, when he was at Syracuse, he seemed to be a very productive player, but he's a backup point guard. He's a true point guard. So for the Knicks, I think it's it's the beginning. It's the first step, and probably other moves to come. But it seems to be all right for me. I mean, losing quickly and R.J. Barrett, yeah, that hurts. But if you take the emotion out of it and you look at the business side of it, it is a smart move for the Knicks.
All right, and Randy, how do you feel about R.J. Barrett and quickly?
Well, I don't know if anybody remembers when Jeff was on the show before, and Almighty used to always keep coming in the chat and saying, "Yo, Randy, I'll give you whatever you want for Anunoby." And he kept acting like as if I controlled the guy's future, and he actually made he made a trade offer, and it was Emmanuel Quigley, R.J. Barrett, and I think he said like 2 firsts, and I was like, "I'll take that in a heartbeat, like right away. I don't even care what the firsts were." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a
hilarious.
huge fan of Emmanuel Quigley. I like the kid a lot. And the one thing that we were missing this year was a backup point guard. And boy, was I happy that obviously I understood that OG wasn't going to be retained here. He wanted a bigger role somewhere else, and he just wasn't getting it here. And he also is up for a big contract after this year. So what better than the Knicks to give him a good look? He likes it there, apparently, from what I'm seeing so far. But as for Quickly and Barrett, they've already played with us already. We played the Cavs. We won. Barrett had 19 points, 9 boards, which was huge. One thing that this team has been missing is a lot of people attacking the boards, whether it's offensively or defensively. And R.J. Barrett was doing that. So it was kind of nice to see somebody actually going after the ball. And then Quigley came off the bench and made his first 3, and it just lit the crowd right up, and everybody was behind him, and there was kids dapping him up afterwards. And I feel like these two are going to give us a little shot in the butt here for a little bit. And now there's obviously rumors with Pascal, but right now I like the additions. We need more scoring. We just weren't scoring enough with the guys that we had. And Barrett adding 19 and Quickly adding 14. It may not be that every night, but so far I'm happy.
Yeah, and R.J. Barrett's come home. Like, he was most excited for that. I watched his interview. That's what he's most excited about. Like,
yeah,
that's
he's
gotta be a
excited to
dream
finally
come
play
true
back
for
at
him.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, he grew up as a Raptors fan. Now being able to wear it and support your country, that must be like, he must be on cloud 9 for that.
Right.
Like,
Right?
it's insane.
Yeah.
So, Rios, how do you feel about that trade?
On the outside, as an outsider looking at it, it looks like an even trade for both teams. Usually, most trades in the NBA, they're not as even as this. Like, usually, one team not necessarily fleeces the other one, but it's a little bit more in favor of the other team. This one actually seems pretty even on both sides. They both fill areas of needs. And I think for the Knicks, this is probably, the first step and probably something, as far as bigger moves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Blaze.
Yeah, it happened. No, no. Actually, basically, I'm speechless because you guys have already said everything I'm about to say, which is it's a wait and see type of thing. Really good for both teams. It could be. I think the Knicks are going to make some more moves, and it's well balanced. Like Rio pretty much, stole my thunder in a good way. I mean, that's a consensus though, because a lot of people are saying the same thing from what I've read. Is it's really good opportunity on both ends of the trade, and a lot of times you see like one more potential with one suitor of a trade as the other one. This one has more up front. This one's more in the long run with picks or whatever. This one could affect both teams right away. And I'm excited to see how I love players who could be rejuvenated in a new system I can't wait to see how these guys develop into their new teams. I think it's a very interesting trade.
Well, for the Sixers, for the Sixers, Blaze, I don't know if you agree with me on this. Since the Knicks got OG Anunoby, right? Do you think that should push the needle for the Sixers to make a trade?
I was going to say, I know you wanted OG, and he would have fit well into the system that the Sixers had, possibly as one of those guys that Sixers are thinking of getting. But sometimes the ball does start rolling. One goes, and you're like, oh, well, we were going to wait until the trade deadline or this, or we were going to hope this happens or that. We might have to strike while the iron's hot, or try to go get somebody a little sooner. If that's what you're alluding to, maybe something happens sooner than we thought it would. I think there might be some fire where that smoke is.
Yeah, and especially for the Sixers. I know you and I were talking about Lauri Markkanen. We were talking about OG. We were talking about Malcolm Brogdon for our Sixers. So I feel like we need to make a trade to just compete with those other teams. And I know that the Sixers can beat those other teams right now, but it's just like maybe another player needs to step up. So
well, the Tobias factor has to be discussed though at that point, because now you have a third player, like him or not, scoring in the 20s, doing well doing well in a supportive role. I'm not going to say it completes a big three or anything crazy like that, because when he's off, he's super off. But like I said the other night when I was talking to Mitch, like a trade like OG going down, maybe another one goes down. They don't get into there. I really don't think Levine is a great fit, but who knows? I'd love Markkanen. But now, if Tobias can at least stay around this level, we might only need two little pieces instead of some big, huge piece. That's kind of where I'm at. But it does stir the pot, hopefully, with the trades. I love when shit moves around.
Yeah, so do I. I love the change. I love just experimenting different kinds of lineups. Now for the Sixers, we were also talking about like Caruso for his defense and stuff like that. But I don't think we really need to make a trade. I'm just thinking out loud.
I would not be upset if they don't make a move at this point. I mean, if they make a decent run with what they got, I don't know. Who knows if it's enough to go all the way to the finals. It's all about who's healthy at the end of the season, who's hot, and what new emerging star. Because between now and playoffs, you're going to hear a couple more names, a lot more than you normally do now. And that's what I love about it. You're always going to see some emerging stars and maybe some people to fell off a little bit too. You never know.
Yeah. Playoffs? Talking about playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, as an outsider looking at it, like when I watch you guys play, like you guys have a pretty balanced team. It's just with the odds, it's going to be basically Embiid's health. He could be healthy come playoff time.
Yeah. I mean, he was resting for like 11 days or something, and he comes back triple-double in 3 quarters. The guy is just insane.
It's a long season, and even mentioning postseason right now is kind of tough because I think there's still so much that has to happen. So I don't like looking too far into the future. Like a lot of people are, in the middle of the season, are talking about next year's draft and stuff like that. I'm kind of living the moment type of dude when it comes to the sports. I like to just absorb what happens and react to it more than trying to be proactive. Like, oh, this should happen, that should happen. Hopefully this happens. Oh, and that's what I love about sports.
Kind of like our buddy there.
I don't know. You can't. I mean, but it's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. I like being surprised, basically. And,
I do too.
Something's going to happen between now. Hopefully, it's not a lot of injuries. I hate to say that because that is something that affects the game big time. Though, if one of these big dudes on one of these teams go down, it could change the whole landscape.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we still got 50 games left, so
we need another mid-season tournament. We need another mid-season tournament.
So they can pop champagne.
Two third quarter season tournament.
There you go.
So you can hang another banner.
And drink
God.
alcohol in the locker room. But so Coach, let's talk about Julius Randle. So do you think, because the last game he played, he did really well, like 30 points or 31 points or something. Do you think he's a part of the team's long-term future?
I mean, as long as Tibbs is there, yeah, he is.
You don't want him to be the Coach. He's not your type. He's not your type of big guy to lead.
It's you know what? When you look at the team, the way it's constructed, I mean, I have to accept that he is. You know, I need him more than anything. You know what? Forget the regular season. If we make it to the playoffs, I need him to step up and elevate his game. That's the biggest thing with him. It's the last 2 times in the playoffs, it's always been the same thing. He disappears. Mm-hmm. And you need him to step his game up and take it to another level. And, you know, he always talks about his mentor being Kobe Bryant. Well, what do you think Kobe did come playoff time? You know, I mean, that Mamba mentality really helped elevate his game. Well, Julius, in New York, we need you to do the same exact thing. We don't need you to disappear. Teams are going to come at you. You got to be smart and you got to be ready for it. So, and that's one of the biggest things. If he produces in the playoffs, it's going to be easier to support him because at least he's producing in the crunch time. But when you just go through the regular season and you put up the numbers and, you know, I get it, I understand, but, you know, the real season is the second season, and that's playoffs, and that's what I need from him. And that's what, you know, he's on the Knicks. That's what I want him to do so I can root for him, because then I'm saying to myself, yes, he's really stepping it up and he's really being the player that Tibbs and management wants him to be, because he's uber talented, definitely is. But you got to produce when it comes to money time.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Kind of like someone on our team, like right, Blake? Kind of like someone on our team.
I was going to say it's a different level, but I get it. When you got a guy who's supposed to be your number one, your guy to go to, who has the attitude, has a unique set of skills, and they can't do it when it most matters in the playoffs, late in the playoffs, and you figure that could be the reason it's keeping you. I think that is MB too. If you want, he's MVP regular season,
that is
he
fair.
does not show up in the damn playoffs.
That is fair.
That's a handful of teams that I could name that have that problem. And it's normally a common problem in those teams that are struggling to get to that next level. And if to piggyback on what Coach says, he is the type of player that will want to take over a game and continue to push it forward. If he can take it to a next level, your team can be dangerous. So I'm with you. I feel you on exactly why you feel that way about Randle. And I agree 100% with what you said. But if he can go to the next level, he has to this year because he hasn't before. So it's going to be interesting.
I think also the team has to help him a little bit more by getting him a little bit more support. You know, whether it's Murray down at Atlanta, whether it's DeRozan up in Chicago, whoever, you know, you're going to make a move for, you know, before the trade deadline, you're going to need that additional oomph to help this team move forward. I mean, they're also, you know, what are we going to do with the bench? I mean, because Quickly was key to the bench, and now you lost that key. You know, now if you bring in a DeRozan or a Murray, then that means DiVincenzo goes to the bench, and the way he's been playing, then maybe that can help offset it. But you know, I mean, you know, that's why I say that the team needs one more move, really, to help compete for an Eastern Conference, top Eastern Conference positioning.
Mitch, if I can add a question to that for the boys. Okay, which player in this trade takes the biggest leap forward right off the bat? What do you guys think? Which player will make the most impact on their new team immediately?
I think OG.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah. I think Quigley could take the biggest leap in the long run.
Yes.
Because
immediately it's going to be RJ.
Okay, yeah, I think he can make a big. That's fair. That's what's like Rios and I said earlier about the dynamic of this trade. How it seems pretty even on both ends. Look what just happened. Each of these players that are involved can take a huge leap right away and affect their new team. So I love.
Well, that's what I kept trying to say. I'm like, our problem was we couldn't score. It was Pascal, and then maybe Gary Trent at sometimes, and then it was just like a flurry of everybody else. So it's like right away, RJ comes in. He doesn't demand the ball right off the hop. Pascal still went off for 36. RJ still ended up with his season high 19, and quickly still got his average 14, 15-ish. So it's like if they can continue that, but even on a little bit of more of an uphill trajectory climb, then it is a benefit to us in the end, even if the contract may look like it's an eyesore. So, but whatever.
And I do think both of your takes on possibly your team making another move is a pretty good reality. It looks like both. Siakam could be moving, Knicks could be adding another piece. I mean, it seems like something else is going to happen with both of those teams.
Yeah, and Pascal's got no contract after this year. So look what we just did with OG. So the writing's on the wall. They're trying to build for the future with Scotty Barnes, and I like the additions now. I can't wait to see what happens with what we get with Pascal.
There you go.
Yeah. And I've been hearing for the Knicks, Karl-Anthony Towns, especially. I've been for the Raptors, I've been hearing Pascal out. On his way out, please for the Sixers, we'll give you Tobias. But other than that,
I've heard him linked to the Kings a lot. I've heard Pascal linked to the Kings a lot.
You ain't gonna trade me? How you gonna trade me, Mitch? I'm an all-star now. Don't get him pissed off, Miss. See, you're on his bad side already. Coach already said he might end up showing up at your house. You never know.
Right?
Hey, whatever.
Oh, you ain't scared of Tobias. All right, I'll make sure he knows that.
So, hi, hey, Drewski, how's it going? Yeah, Arku said quickly, and Spongy said RJ Barrett.
Yeah,
so
it varies, and that's the beauty of the trade.
It really is. And now, for the Knicks, Coach, how do you feel about Karl-Anthony Towns? Because I've been hearing that name a lot.
I can't see it happening right now, to be brutally honest, because of the way Minnesota's playing. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to make that trade right now. Now, if you want to talk about after the season, after everything plays out, then we could see how it plays out. Then we could talk then. But right now, it makes no sense because Minnesota is number 1 in the West. You don't want to mess that up. Because if you make a trade like that, you have to give it time to work. It's not like it's going to be immediate production. So I personally can't see either team wanting to make that trade right now.
Yep.
They have good chemistry right now. That doesn't make sense to blow it up now when you're top of the West. If they were 8th or 9th, I could see it.
What dirt sheet you read that, Mitch? Mitch, you can follow these dirt sheets with these wacky trades again.
It's Sam. It was Sam's.
Well, maybe he's starting to be a sham.
It's Sam's the dirt sheet? I don't think so.
I don't know. It's a little iffy here and there.
If that trade happened, it would totally surprise me. It really would.
It would surprise me too.
Yeah.
I think that would gut your bench though. I think that would gut the Knicks bench. I think that would hurt them. Getting Karl-Anthony Towns now would handicap them, and I don't think that would help them as more people think it would.
No,
to be honest.
Yeah.
It's another Melo trade. You're just crippled the franchise, basically.
Yeah.
You know why though? Because Karl-Anthony Towns is close with Josh Hart. He's close with Brunson. He's close with all those Villanova guys. And if you know Leon, he wants to have everybody who's close to Jalen Brunson. He really
Julius is close with all those guys too.
Yeah.
You could have all your cake, but you can't eat it too. It's there's guys out there on the Raptors, not like it's gonna happen. It's you got to be realistic at some point, right?
Yeah.
Right, but I'm just, Coach, I told you this time and time again. I really think you're going to give Mikal Bridges at some point down the line in the future.
Let's start our own trade rumor right now between us 5, and we'll get it out on social media. We'll see how far it can go. People see if one of these shams or someone will go, oh my goodness, look how many people are talking about this possible trade.
Oh, look, Tobias Harris to the
Oh geez, here we go. I saw that coming.
James Harden back to the Sixers.
You ain't trading me in nowhere, Mitch the bitch. Yeah, he comes throwing fireballs at you.
It's been
What is he, Mario with the fireballs?
I guess so. He ain't afraid. He is not scared.
All right, so we got to talk about this team. We got to talk about our crew's team, the Thunder, because right now they've just been on a roll as of late. And my question to you guys is, are they contenders or are they pretenders?
Thunder on a roll. That's a pun. You didn't even know you did a pun, but you did a pun.
I know.
Rolling Thunder. How about it?
And look, he says Tobias Harris. So yay.
based on what they did last night to the Celtics, you have to say they're a contender right now. You have to, and they're second in the West. I mean, I know it's still early, it's still time, but at this present moment and what they did yesterday, they're a contender.
No, I agree. Chet's looking like rookie of the year right now.
So in SGA, I mean, what can you say about him? I mean, that dude is just dominating, whenever he's out there. I mean, he's playing with such great confidence, and you see his ability. So they're a contender, out west for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if
they're great on both ends of the court, offense and defense.
Yep. And this is where our crew.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go.
And the fact that they can light it up from everywhere. They got shooters all over the place, man. Like it's scary. They got Chet, their big down low. They got SGA, their ball dominant guard, and who could put up 36 to 40 a night. It's like it's crazy. Like this team's I feel like this team's definitely for real this year.
Yep. And they got a former Sixer who's lighting it up over there, and Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe, baby.
Joe.
Can we have him back? I want him back, damn it.
Let me guess, for Tobias Harris.
That trade would not even make sense.
You don't make that thought either.
And not just that, they got like $1 million draft picks too.
Yeah. Sam Presti just uploaded the cupboards.
Those draft picks are going to be insane. Like, I'm telling you right now, at some point down the line, they might even get Cooper Flag with their draft picks. Can you imagine if they get Cooper Flag?
Get Bronny.
Oh, wow. Again with the Bronny and LeBron.
Brownies.
Yeah, Brownies. That dude. That dude.
3.5 hours. 3.5 hours till Brownie time.
3 hours and 29 minutes, but who's counting?
Yeah.
All right, let me take off. I mean, with the Thunder right now, it's just like it's a really fun team to watch. The spacing, no one can stop their spacing. It's just insane with their free throws, which I think is very crucial. I feel like that's the most important statistic in all the NBA. I feel like it's the free throw percentage. So if they're nailing their threes, they're nailing their shots, they're doing everything right. I just
And the fact they don't give up, they go down in the defensive end. Look, 6 in DTR too. So it's like, man, they're not giving up. They're going down and playing some D as well.
The only weakness I can see is come playoff time, they're inexperienced. It's a young team too.
Yeah. Now I'm looking up the standings right now. So if the playoffs started today, they will be at a play-in tournament. So if you disinclude the play-in tournament, they'll be playing the Mavericks right now.
I just got done saying like 10 minutes ago that it's too soon to be talking about the playoffs and everything. And what are we talking about?
Playoffs. But yeah, I agree with Rios there. They're just like inexperienced. They're too young. Who's their veteran on their team?
SGA probably.
Yeah, they don't have any. That's why I was just kind of looking at that.
Yeah.
In front of me, saying they're a hot team right now, but how much playoff experience do they have? How much postseason experience do they have? Which is huge in the NBA. And
still, they can make a trade or two, though. You never know. You never know.
You can have that diamond in the rough. You can always have that diamond in the rough. Cinderella comes out of nowhere and makes a run too, which I love that as well.
We've seen it
Those
before
are
with the
fun.
Warriors when their dynasty first started. Like they were hot in the regular season, but come playoff time, they lost to a more experienced Eagles. It was young, but they took their licks and they came back stronger the next year. And I feel like the Thunder they're on the same trajectory. Like they might get knocked out in the first round, but they'll come back stronger next year. And even more dominant, which is kind of scary when you think about it.
Right.
I mean, look at this lineup. I think everyone's under the age of 30.
That's another thing though. If you can keep this unit together, if you can keep this younger team together and add more to it, the ones that aren't producing as much fall off, then you got the basis of a nice little run for years.
Yeah, Bertans
really good, solid.
Henrich Williams are their two vets, 29 years. Oh, and Midge is 29s too.
What
So
about
No one over 30.
No,
The fact that
Bertans. David Bertans is 31.
And they did clone Aaron Wiggins. They already made a clone of Aaron Wiggins, as you see. He's been cloned. So they've already learned how to clone people. So that's a good sign.
And they got another man, so they got a Trey man now.
Oh, they got three of them. Actually, they have three Aaron Wiggins. So
There's three of them right now. Right.
Yeah, wait, if I blink again, is there going to be four up there? What is happening around here?
And remember,
Right.
forget
I
about the
thought it was just me. I was like, is my vision going out? Like, I see the same name on there like 4 times.
And Alec, what about Pokovetsky too, right? Like 7
I was just about to say that. I love
They need
his
to
game
trade
too.
for Andrew Wiggins. Trade for Andrew Wiggins. That's what they need to do.
They have
Get
3.
Get all the Wiggins.
Yeah, they have 3.
The funny
I'll
thing
take
is none of them are related. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, no, they're cousins.
Oh.
But not related. They might be from West Virginia.
And there's 2 Jalen Williams too, isn't there? There's 2 Jalen Williams, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there is.
On this one team, yeah. Yep.
Reading this is giving me a headache. It's the same name over and over.
This is worse than a
What-
grid,
what
bitch.
is
Get it
Jalen-
off my screen. Ah.
They got
Mind
3
benders
Williams. They
with
got Jalen, they got Jalen, and then they got Henrich Williams. So they
That's
got
our
3
new
Williams.
segment. Mind benders with Mitchkovsky.
Okay,
Grids
Of
and
course,
things
I'll get
that
it 3
make your
times.
brain melt.
So we're doing a grid in 20 minutes.
No.
All right. So you know who's been playing really well as of late? I hate to bring this up. It's the
Me,
Clippers.
Tobias Harris. I've been playing great. 20 plus. Earning every penny I get. I'm from
What a brother.
Tennessee. There you have it.
It's the Clippers. They've
Oh,
been playing
geez.
really well ever since Westbrook went to the bench. They're the 4th seed in the conference right now.
I had that fear at first. We were all happy, and I was definitely in there too. And they sucked ass when they first had the Harden trade. They couldn't win a damn game. And I even said on this show, that's the type of team that if they start to click, it could do damage because they got some legendary ball players that can still go. I mean, they're not the same, but like putting Russ on a bench, if they find out the right formula. I'm not rooting for them or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I'm not surprised they turned it around is what I'm saying.
Right.
But that's all the praise the Clippers get from me.
They
They can start going back to losing all the time for all I care.
No,
Go
they're
back to being the same old Clippers.
Yeah.
No, they're Inspector Gadget. They put their go gadgets together.
There you have it. We'll see how hopefully it crumbles.
Go,
Yeah.
go.
Right now they are 20-12. Kawhi has 24.4 points per game. Zubac is averaging 9.7. Zubac is averaging 9.7 rebounds. Harden's averaging 8 assists per game. And then
Good for him.
you know
I saw
what?
something where it said that Kawhi was playing he played 20 something games straight, 26, 27 before he sat for his first game, and everybody applauded. And I was like, he's not going to get up. He's probably going to be done for the rest of the season. But no, he's been doing well.
Yeah,
He
he played.
Detroit lost in a row.
Right, he played 28 games. And Norman Powell played 32 and no starting. No starting. But yeah, I had to give a lot of credit to Russell Westbrook on this. Just him saying, I'll go to the bench.
Yep.
I have to give him so much respect for that. Just for him doing that. If he did not do that, this team would not be where they are right now.
Should have been Harden, but yeah.
Should have been Harden. Yeah, I would have
Put
done.
him on the bench.
Yeah. What is up, man cave? How's it going, man? Clippers who do some damage in the playoffs to figure it out and can rest while playing with all 4 stars.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as they stay healthy, they're going to be a dangerous team come playoff time.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, we're not going to talk about playoffs, so there you go, Blaze.
Postseason.
Postseason, playoff, same thing.
No,
Same
it's not.
freaking thing. What's the difference?
Postseason doesn't invoke the video and the sound clip.
Ah. So I
Right
want to
over
talk about
Mitch's head. Now he got it.
I want to
Good.
talk about the Celtics really quick because they almost lost to the not the Clippers. They almost
The
lost to the
Pistons.
Pistons. They almost lost to the Pistons. They lost to the Thunder, and the Thunder is a very good team, so I'm not knocking them for that. I think the Celtics are very beatable this year compared to last year. I feel like they're like for the East, there's like no number one team that is like dominant. The Bucks, they're not. I mean, they're good, but they have lost to teams that they should have beaten. The Sixers are there. The Heat on the way up. Magic, Pacers, Cavs, Knicks. So I feel like that the Celtics are very beatable this year.
Well,
I really
anybody,
think. What,
The
anyone
East in
is,
general is wide open.
yeah,
the East
and
is very,
you have to also take the fact with Boston and Milwaukee. They have key new pieces, and it still takes time to gel and develop, and to gain an understanding of much of the intricate aspects of playing together in your system. So, it's going to take time. Did I expect them to run away with it? No, I didn't expect them to run away with the East. Did I expect them to kind of set a standard that they're the top of the conference? Yes. But the other teams are still right there, just like you talked about. And these teams are gearing up to attack them. And guess what? It's any given day that those teams can go down. I mean, look what the Knicks did, where they lost one game to was it Christmas Day? They lost to Milwaukee and then turned around and beat them the very
yep.
next time. So that just tells you, it's these teams are not going to run away just because you have Dame or you have Porzingis on their team. They got to still produce.
Hey, another thing with the Celtics, they haven't lost at home yet. They're 16-0 at home. I think that's what sticks out to me. A team that's really good at home and gets home court advantage postseason or whatever, and there you have it. That's very important in the NBA. And what's called lost one. Minnesota's lost one, but they are 16-0. So Boston, even so, at home. I mean, is that just a home away thing, or is like Mitch saying, are they sliding a little bit and more beatable? I don't know. Still a long season.
What is up,
to go.
Jacob? Oh, go Blaze.
I said that's the theme for today. Still a long season to go.
Yep. What is up, Jacob? It's been a long time. How you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, I just had to bring up that the fact that I feel like the Celtics are a very beatable team, and people are actually saying that it's not Tatum who's the best player. It's actually Derek White. Like, Derek White's not getting enough points there.
Tatum's their best player.
Yeah, I know that. I know that, but people are saying, what is Derek White averaging?
17.
He's averaging
He-
17.
Yeah, he's underrated for sure, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't call him their best player though.
Maybe they're most improved or most surprised out of the. I mean, who's going to step up when you got Brown and Tatum, and they're saying who's stepping up? It's White. Yeah, I kind of agree. I could see that. He's playing a lot better as a third option.
Yeah. I mean, and then you have Drew Holiday there, too. What are they averaging? Well. Yeah, it's just like one of those teams. There's like no threat at all. I feel like there's no threat in the East. Is there a threat in the West? Do you think? I don't think there's really a threat in anywhere in NBA right now.
There's more parity in the West, but there's also parity for a different reason in the East, just like you said. It's all about one of those 3, 4, maybe 5 teams getting hot at the right time whenever postseason comes around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And being
Yeah,
healthy.
Because if you look at the West,
Always
basically seeds 3 through like 9 is separated by like less than 3 or 4 games. It's really close in the West.
Yes.
There's more of a chance of a Cinderella type coming out of the East this year than there is the West. West got a bunch of their strong teams are strong. You know, there's question marks like Mitch you just covered on each of the top teams in the East. So it's
basically in the West. Yeah, basically in the West, the only spots that are really up for grabs are 8 through 10.
Yeah,
the last playoff spot, and then the 2 play-ins. And it's between the Rockets, the Warriors, and the Lakers for those last 3 spots, really. Unless the Rockets get hot, it's gonna be them Lakers and Warriors battling up for those last couple spots, and possibly the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
the way Ja's playing right now, they're gonna go on a
run.
What
Ja did?
The dunk on Wemby.
Yeah,
Wemby, your mama. Yeah.
That was insane.
It was a thing of beauty.
If anybody dunks on Wemby, Rios is like, yes. Hey,
my new favorite player.
I'm like, I don't want to see that. Not to Wemby. Anyone else? Do it to Chet Holmgren, not Wembanyama. Damn. He's averaging like.
I want to see Tyrese Maxey dunk on Wemby.
I like dunks, and I like dunks and people getting dunked on. What did we not use our deodorant or something today? Everybody's leaving. Yeah.
Wemby is scared of Ja. He's averaging like historical numbers. He's averaging like 16. He's averaging like 16 points per game, 4 blocks or 3 blocks, excuse me. Well,
Ja or Wemby?
Huh?
Ja or Wemby?
I said Wembanyama.
You just said he. I didn't know what he you were talking about.
Because he got dunked on Wembanyama. So, like, I have so much faith in this kid. Like, I've been watching this game for the last 4 years, and the fact that he got dunked on, I'm like, oh man,
bound to happen. And if it's gonna happen, that's one of the guys that's gonna be able to do it is Ja, no matter how big the size or strength difference is.
Yeah,
I agree. Rookie, Chet for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
he's just playing at a different level than Wemby right now.
Porzingis, if healthy, makes the Celtics the best team in the NBA.
That if is a big question mark. That if is a big question mark.
That's a real big question mark, bro. Can he guard? Can Porzingis guard like an Embiid down low? Can he guard Jokic? Can he guard even Bam? I don't think so. I really don't. On the defensive side, he can make all the baskets he wants, amount of buckets he wants. I don't think he can stop him under the paint.
Well, that's why I'm hoping we see more people sitting now early in the season than we do late because they're conserving for late in the season because they're or conserving, but you're more leery about an injury now, being like, oh, let's be over precautionary early in the season because we really need you when the end of the season happens. So it's hard to plan for that, but I'm sure it's easier now when someone gets hurt to be like, you know what, take a couple games off. And late in the season, when it's really more important, you'll see more of these dudes playing banged up more and whatnot. These guys are warriors, man. And that's a long season to be out there banging around every damn game with these dudes and nonstop running.
To be fair, nobody's stopping Embiid. You got one player on your team that is known as the Embiid stopper. Al Horford. I can't believe I just said that, but it's true.
Sometimes Embiid is the Embiid stopper, though. That's the problem. Whether it's just off because for whatever reason, or I hate to use the injuries, but he has had his share. And I mean, if we're going to protect from, when you're taller than everybody and you're really really taller, you fall a lot. You wouldn't know anything about that, Mitch. We know.
I know I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. That's why
I mean, little people fall too. Short people fall too. Just you don't fall from.
You don't have a loud impact. We don't have a loud impact. So if it's like a crack, right?
We don't need to know about you smoking crack now. Come on.
Like a crack in the road.
Crack in your ass. You would get Tobias in here after you. You better watch it.
Hey, if he could step up in the playoff times and the big moments, I'm fine. Someone asked me in Sixers post game, should the Sixers trade for Kyle Kuzma? How do you feel about that? I like Kuzma.
It depends on what we're giving. If he's a filler coming off the bench and we don't have to give too much for him, sure.
I'll give him Tobias.
Of course it would. I don't see that.
Kuzma.
Where would he improve your team though? Like I don't really see it.
That's why I just said bench. Maybe coming off, do some defensive and scoring support off the bench. Maybe that's all I can think of.
The double aspect. I think it's for the rebounding as well, because the offensive rebounding last night we got smoked. Drummond got all over.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Really, Jacob? Really?
Yeah, that $20 I paid Jacob is finally paying off. He's saying all the right things. I'll give you 20
Jacob,
more.
I've known you for so many years, bro. And then now you just go like that? Damn.
I'm proving it every night, Mitch. You're going to have to call me MVP.
No, I'm not.
One of these games, you're going to have to. You're going to be third in line.
I did it already.
You liar.
Yeah.
Put the video proof. Clip it. Clip it and
Okay,
share it
I'll
everywhere.
send it to you.
No, I want you to post it all through social media.
Okay, I will. I'll grab it. I'll say it. Okay, I gave him credit yesterday. You know how close he is? You know how close he is to the 50-40-90 club?
Yeah.
That's like insane. He's like 36% from 3, 90% from the free throw line, 50% from the field. 51 actually. But you've always liked Tobias. How?
Yeah, see?
Blaze, the hilarious
he's had
guy
his
I've
off
ever
nights. Tell
Huh?
Mark, that's not. Don't give me credit for Tobias coming in railing on Mitch,
Right?
yelling at him. That's Tobias. You shouldn't.
mean,
you shouldn't invoke him.
The pride of
Tobias-
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tobias showed up when Rios and I were doing this. Was it the Sixers game or was it the other one?
No, it's the Sixers one.
Yeah, he'll tell you about you.
Sixers one.
And ever since he's been coming around to our streams, he's been doing better. Just saying.
Okay, Friday he's against the Knicks. We'll see that. We'll wait for that.
I mean, now you can't jump down his throat as soon as he has a 5-point game.
Yes, I can.
You know he is.
Yeah.
He's not the type that's going to get 20 all the time.
Mitch jumping down somebody's throat. Interesting.
Pause.
Pause.
Get out my throat. I'll get you out my throat.
Oh my god.
You'll fire Tobias up, man. No need to do that. No need to do that.
Yeah, please don't. I don't need to hear that again. And then he'll pop up and be like that again. Yeah. So there was something else I wanted to. Where was it?
Knicks.
Hold on. No, we already talked about that.
Knicks Bulls. Okay.
Oh yeah. So. All right, that's not it. That was it. Oh, shout out to Mac and Adam. The NFC Real Deal NFC East Roundup is live right now on the network, so shout out to them.
Shout out to me for not starting my basketball fantasy lineup on January 1st, and Mitch beat me because that one day.
Mitch beat you. Wow.
It's my fault too. It was enough on my bench to beat him. It was the last day. I saw it late in the day. I was like, damn it. I was like, I forgot to set my lineup one damn day.
Wait, did you like him beating you?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, so I got the dub there. Raph beat me in the fantasy basketball league, so I got one loss.
Mitch likes it when people beat him.
Man, fantasy sports, man. Y'all can take it, man. I can't do it.
What?
I can't do fantasy sports. It's just not me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
I can't root for guys on other teams, especially if you're playing my team. That's me. I'm weird.
It's same here. It's tough, but
it is. That's why I never. No Cowboys, no Browns on my team.
That's why I won. I won
Cowboys
fantasy league, fantasy football.
It's not over yet. There's still this week.
No, I won a championship already.
Nope.
So wait, what
it's 2
happens
weeks.
if
The championship is 2 weeks?
So wait, if halftime beats me this week, then what happens?
If he passes you up, it's total score between both the weeks. Is how they do playoffs on ESPN. You don't know that because you just did that in the semifinal. It was 2 weeks long.
Can we not do ESPN? Can we do Yahoo?
No, because I'm getting rid of my only Yahoo. My only Yahoo one I got, I'm leaving. F Yahoo.
You add Kuzma, you bring the Wizards' defense issues to the Sixers. The last time Kuzma was in the playoffs, he shot 17% from three. Good luck with that.
What did we don't want? No one said we wanted Kuzma. It was just
No
one
one
of the names
did.
that's been thrown around.
It doesn't mean they're
I was trying to dispel it any way I could. Thank you. That's a good way right there.
Yeah.
I was throwing him on the bench and hoping he got 5 and 5.
Yeah. And then now I'm hearing Brogdon is all over the place. I'm hearing like Caruso still. Like, I'm getting tired of all these names, honestly.
I just don't pay attention to all the dirt sheets and people trying to guess stuff.
It's not my fault when people DM me this stuff.
Oh, that's
It's not my fault. Like our coach sent me the Thunder stats.
Devo Supremo, how'd you know what I had for dinner too? Yeah, they got 2 for $7, a great deal. You can't pass that up. They got the meats.
Oh, really?
Yes. Mitch loves when he could get beat and go get the meat.
Pause. That's a big fat pause.
Arby's, they have the meat. See, the Arby's has the meats. Mitch's, they beats the meats.
I don't know if I can take you seriously anymore.
We always have really good debates, and Mitch, you're a master debater.
Pause.
Trying to give you a compliment. Damn. All right.
He's trying to delete his comments, so there you go.
You don't have to. I'm agreeing with you. I have my second beef and cheddar's waiting right here for after the show. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying with the Arby's bag right in front of you? You think I'm lying?
Man, stop! I ain't had Arby's in years.
Right, me neither.
All right, let's do the predictions for the games tonight, and then we'll call it from there. So,
the last restaurant I worked in was right next to a fucking Arby's. That's all we ever ate. Oh man,
I don't like Arby's.
Why? Because they don't have noodles and Chinese food.
Those are probably
Noodle Boy.
It was disgusting.
Noodle Boy.
Wizards at the Cavs.
They don't have brownies at Arby's.
I'm going Cavs. I'm going with Cavs. I don't want anything to do with Jordan Poole in the locker room.
Who's playing with the Cavs?
Washington's playing the Cavaliers.
Jordan Poole's playing with his Arby's.
On the Cavs, what players do they have out?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Looks like everyone is playing. So Donovan Mitchell, Max Hughes, Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, and Jarrett Allen. The only player that's still out. Oh yeah, Garland's out, and Evan Mobley's still out.
I'll go with Cleveland. They don't have anybody to match up with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
But it is Washington, so.
All right. Milwaukee at Indiana. In Indiana, I feel like they own they have Milwaukee Bucks number.
I'm going Indiana.
I'm going Indiana as well.
Is the number 69? Is that the number they have? 69? Is that the number? It's always the number.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
What? Another one bites the dust? No, another one flows right over Mitch's head.
Thunder at the Hawks. So wait, Blake, who are you going with? The Bucks or the Pacers?
I'll go with the refs on that one. I got the Thunder over the Hawks and your boy Trae Young.
That's halftime's boy, not me.
We got to talk about the Thunder. Arku said we had to talk about the Thunder, so I'm picking your team. There you go.
Yep, I got the Thunder as well. Here's a good. I don't know if it's a good game. Wait, Coach, who are you going with? Thunder or the Hawks?
Thunder.
Yeah. Rios. We got the Brooklyn Nets at the Houston Rockets.
Rockets.
Houston.
I'm going Rockets.
Pass. I'm not picking.
It's his unpopular opinion against Rios.
I'm not a picker.
You're a chooser. So who
Nah,
are you going to choose?
He would tell you the Nets suck right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're playing in Houston. Houston's pretty good at home. They've only lost, like, I think 2 games at home so far.
And the Nets just lost by, what, 27 last night?
Yeah. The Raptors at Memphis. So Toronto at Memphis. I'm going with Memphis.
Except for the
Grizzlies.
Thunder Hawks game, I'm taking all the home teams. There, I'm done. Yep. Got it. Nailed it. All the home teams, except for the Thunder.
Hard for me to pick against Ja. It is so hard for me to pick against Ja, but I'll go
Raptors.
Toronto. I'll go
Ooh.
Toronto.
Toronto. All verified rumors and old talk, and those, my God, those talks flamed out. Then most trades are out of the blue, like the OG to the Knicks. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, hold on. There we go. Now we got the Pelicans at the Timberwolves. Well, Blaze,
Well,
I already know who you're going with.
Home team.
All right. Rios, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going Minnesota on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm going Minnesota. Chicago Bulls at the New York Knicks.
Home team.
Knicks.
I'm going New York Knicks.
Yeah, I'm going New York.
Coach?
Yeah, I said Knicks.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Portland Trailblazers at the Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas.
Rio's going to pick Portland just because he can't stand Dallas. You know it. Home team. I'm taking Dallas.
I'm going Dallas.
There he goes.
I'm going Dallas.
Yeah, that's right. Don't pick it with your heart.
LA Clippers at the Phoenix Suns.
Ooh, Clippers not at home? Home team.
No. I got the Clippers.
You
Wait.
would. Home
Wait.
team.
Was that the ladies and gentlemen counter?
Yep. Home team. It's the home team counter now.
Alright, I got the Clippers over the Suns.
Clippers.
I'm gonna go Phoenix.
Nice.
All right.
Split 2-2.
The Detroit Pistons at Utah.
Jeez, we even have
Really?
3 and 30 versus 15 and 19. Marking it in the boys. Home team.
The Pistons are not pumping it, huh? So I'll go with Utah.
Pistons
Rios?
might win 6 games all year.
Utah.
Miami Heat at the LA Lakers.
Home team.
You're going with the Lakers?
Miami.
I'm going with Miami.
Miami.
Oh, I'll be that lone wolf.
Orlando Magic at the Sacramento Kings.
Home team.
Kings.
You're go-
Kings.
You know he sounds
Yeah.
like Goldie Hawn and Wildcats is doing that.
Right?
Wildcats. Home team. Football.
Uh-huh.
I used to know that whole rap. That was my show, man. I love Wildcats.
Yeah.
Birdman.
Is that
was
why
the
you're
shit.
a Kentucky fan?
Has no different sport, movie, not reality. I mean, how many
Hey,
different? The stab in the dark, Mitch.
It's the Kentucky Wildcats.
Close enough. That's the only connection you have.
All I can say is you can see Goldie Hawn naked in the bathtub. It definitely is not no Kentucky Wildcats.
That was LL Cool. Yeah, I like me some old school Goldie Hawn. That was LL Cool J song.
Yep.
So
that
he
was
wants the
LL
Pelicans
song,
to
yep.
win, of course. Alright, so that's going to conclude episode 54 of the Pick and Roll. Glad everyone was tuning in. We gained a sub. I really appreciate you for that.
We'll open
Make
one
sure you
pack
hit the-
before we go. Let me see if I get a Wemby. You got one pack to open. Let's see if I get a Wemby. This is where we're ending on. I already
If you
opened
get
the
a
whole pack.
Wembanyama, can I have it?
No, you can't. Who's that?
Who's
Ingram,
Brandon Ingram? Okay.
Joe Harris.
He's showing the
Mitch's,
picture.
Mitch's boy, Franz Wagner.
Yay, Michigan!
Obi Toppin with the Knicks with a big dunk. That's a nice card. You ain't seen
I
those
like
on
that.
them dunks in New York. We got a rookie here, man. I don't know who Noah Clowney is.
He's a clown.
The Brooklyn Nets. I just said his name earlier. All the Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins. I don't know who Kobe Buffkin is either. He's a rookie with the Hawks.
That sounds like an adult entertainer.
No, that was a Michigan guy.
Your Buffkins.
I think that was a Michigan player.
Let's see, who did I get? Oh, here we go. Boban, he dribbled the ball, and then he dribbled, and then he dribbled, and then he dribbled. I love me some Boban. We talked about him earlier, Scotty Barnes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Scotty, I got a bunch of his rookies. We talked about the Clippers. There's Paul George, PG-13.
A little old now.
My colored card is LaMelo Ball.
I love that.
I heard something about his brother might be all right to play again someday.
LaMelo Fall.
And a perfect ending. It's Randy's dick. And I got Randy's dick all over the screen. Get your dick off my screen, Randy.
Can someone take a screenshot of that?
Randy's dick.
Yes.
Get your dick off my screen, Randy. No Wemby, but that one card was worth the whole opening of the pack.
So, breaking news, according to Spongy, the Ravens and the Cowboys are both interested in Dalvin Cook.
I'm interested in a naked woman in my bed. How about that?
Hey, Ralph, how's it going?
Shit, they're interested in him. Mitch, guess who the Sixers were interested in the offseason? LeBron James, Levine. Let's see, there was like 50 of them.
And Mike Sportsbox made a video on every single one.
To me, interested in isn't news. I'm sorry, that's just me. Of course they're interested in him.
Yeah. Oh, he's a dad joke.
Dad, I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm dad. As long as Randy's dick is not on the screen, I'm happy.
Who's your daddy?
All right. So on that note, we'll tune in next week for Pick and Roll episode number 55. And yeah, guys, we'll catch you all later.
I'm Tobias Harris. I run this joint. Don't you forget about me, Mitch.
Who's forgetting about you?
Hey, goodbye, Tobias. Goodbye, Tobias.
Can you go sit on the bench? Whoops, I hit the wrong one.
Good job, point guard. Good job, point guard.
Hey, I'm Ben Simmons. I tried to take a shot and I didn't even shoot it. Good show. Great show. Appreciate it, everybody. Really do. This is honestly my favorite.
Two.
And
the show take 3.
Smooth and firm.
Okay,
Don't
this
make
is
me put
honestly
Randy's dick back on the screen.
And I know we're out.